Hi there. My name's Nick Parsons. This is the Insider's Room, and this is a show called At the Net. It's a tennis report show. We're going to be looking at the French Open. We haven't done some streaming in a while, but hey, things are slowing down a bit, and so the Insider's Room is definitely hoping to pick up our streaming activity, including myself. And so let's just bring in our two experts here. They are two of the regulars, two of the insiders in the Insiders Room Discord, which you can find in all the different social alerts that just came up there. We have with us Legion of Picks and Bowser. What's up, gentlemen?
How's it going, man? It's nice to be on this show and get this thing finally up and going. You know, it's been a long time coming for us. So, yeah, hopefully we'll be able to keep doing these for the next tennis matches we got. So,
absolutely. And Bowser, thank you for joining us and being a part of the Insiders Room crew as well.
Absolutely. Thanks for the invite. I appreciate it. I look forward to kind of going over this French Open. It's something Legion and I have been looking forward to for a while now. I know that we've had some, WTA 500s. We've had a couple 250s, but this is the first 1,000 that we're going to be dealing with here. So we're pretty excited to kind of go over
Grand Slam time, baby. Grand Slam time.
Nice. So just before we get started, I just was curious. I just was interested because I'm not big into tennis betting. I have bet on tennis, but I mean, tennis is super popular to bet on, like ridiculously popular. And perhaps women's tennis is more popular than men's tennis. And so I just was wondering why you think that the reason behind that is because the lines are softer or?
Well, I think it's just less competition overall. I think on the men's side, there's definitely a lot more competition. And then when they go to Grand Slams, it's best out of 5. Where women, it always stays best out of 3, and so it's easier for handicapping best out of 3 than a best out of 5 situation. And so that's why I tend to like it. And usually like the top 50 on the women's deal, they're pretty consistent. Where on the guys' side, it can be, hit and miss and this and that. So the women's side is definitely a little bit more consistent. And that's what I like about it myself. So.
Right. Well, you guys can find all of our picks in the Insiders Room Discord and all of the picks that both Legion of Picks and Bowser are about to give out here in our Discord after the show. So, gentlemen, why don't we just get right into it? This is the French Open, which starts tomorrow, correct?
Yep, that is correct. It starts at like 4 a.m. or something like that.
Yeah, depending on where you're at here in the U.S., it's going to have various times. But, yeah, you're probably looking at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So look for a lot of these posts or bets to be posted the night before, as a lot of this is going to happen early in the morning. The ultimate setup is to wake up and smell money in your account.
Or unless you're an early riser, then you have something to do in the morning and watch those as well.
Yeah.
So anyways, why don't we just get into it then? So Legion, if you wanted to kick things off, I think you have 5 picks for us.
Yeah, I have 5 picks. First, I'll start with a couple picks here that I think can win this tournament. Andreescu is one of them, and she's plus 2,200 right now to win. And then the other one's Coco Gauff, and she's plus 2,000 to win. Gauff, I definitely like her form as of the last couple tournaments she's been in. She's just been dominant. And the thing with it just depends on some of these draws. We're still trying to figure out where they're going to land on the bracket and, go further. But I do like Gauff and Andreescu to win. I mean, sure, Iggy Swiatek and Ash Barty, I mean, they're good bets too, but there's not value. I think one's like plus 300, the other one's plus 450. I don't think there's a whole lot of value in taking either one of those to win. But depending on where they land on this tournament here, they might have an easy, run at it. But those are the 2 that I like to win the tournament. So on this first match up here, this will be a Monday match. Andreescu money line minus 165. I'm putting 2 units on that one just because I like her in this first match. And like I said, if I think she's going to win this tournament, I'm going to put 2 units on this first one here. And then the next match I got here is Veronika Kudermetova, match over 21.5. She's going against Amanda Anisimova. And so that 21.5 number, it's like I've told Bowser before here, anytime you're getting, 21 and above, the line makers are kind of telling you, hey, this is probably going to go over. So I tend to take the overs in those situations, and vice versa. If the lines are at like 19 or so, then I'm usually going to be looking at an under situation. 9 times out of 10 here. Then my next match here is A Sherma money line plus 130. So I do got one dog going. And then Hans Jabbar money line minus 165. That's my next biggest play. I got 1.5 units on that one. I believe Bowser thinks it's on Sunday. I think it's on Monday. So we'll figure out how that one's going to shake out here. And of course, some rain delays and things like that, in the mix here. But so we'll just have to figure that out. And then my last play here is going to be a home kind of, she's not really a favorite, but she's a French player. So C Garcia money line minus 112, I think is a good one to look at. So those are my plays that I have. I look forward to it. As people may not know, clay courts, the ball absorbs a heck of a lot more than on hard court. And so when you got players that are running the baseline, those are the players to look at for continued success here. So people that have a dominant serve, it doesn't help a whole lot out, when that clay is absorbing that serve, so you want to look at players that are good at moving from left to right. And so you'll see that in some of these picks moving forward, as we do more videos and things like that. So, something to keep an eye out on. So return players definitely have more of an advantage, on clay, in my opinion. So.
Well, that was an interesting strategy as well, doubling up on Andreescu at the beginning there on her opening match at minus 160 to win, because you also have her to win the tournament.
Yep.
So that's an interesting strategy. And so all of these different strategies, and again, all of these picks, and perhaps the day that one match, you can mention that it could be Sunday, it could be Monday.
Yeah.
But anyways, Bowser, why don't we move on to you, my friend? And I'm not sure if you agree or disagree on any of Legion's picks there, but why don't you hit us with your selections?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to go ahead and double up on some of the picks that Legion did as we conversed about this previously. The one thing too to keep in mind is at the very beginning of these big tournaments, right? The times, the days that they go to start, is kind of all over the map. We've looked at like 3-4 different websites for WTA tournaments, the draws, and as far as the start times, like who's playing first. So just understanding these big tournaments, Legion and I will do our best to try to give you guys the day, but just understand that some of the picks might be 2 days in advance. But after we get through that first round, we'll kind of know what's going on, because we'll see who had played, and then, every other day they're going to play kind of moving forward. So we'll be a lot more transparent with the date and times after this first round. So one of the things that I particularly like with the WTA, and especially in the first round. So Legion's kind of strategy will vary just slightly different from mine. What I'm specifically looking for in the first round is a lot of over-unders. I'm looking for, say, some of these, your higher seedings to basically take care of business like they should in the first couple of rounds. Now, as you can get more into the tournament, I might start to look at more like spreads. I might just start look at some more overs, because the competition at that point is getting more challenging as you're going along in the tournament. So those are kind of different things that I will look at as the tournament kind of progresses. But for this first round specifically, I am definitely on the Hans Jabbar, taking the money line with that one. I'm actually throwing 2 units on that one. I am very, very confident in Jabbar's ability to be able to handle business here. Now, I know she's got a pretty tough competitor there, Putintseva, but Jabbar, she battles. And even if she goes down, watching her over the last 2 months on the clay court, she just won a tournament here. So I expect that form to continue through here with the French Open. Another one of my bets, this is doubling up with Legion again, is Andreescu. I'm going to go ahead and take her on the money line. I think when I captured it, it was minus 164. Just check the line here. Actually, line's creeping up. It's at about 170, minus 170 now. So you make sure you want to try to grab that before it creeps up a little bit more. And then here's where I'm going to my strategy. Here's my unders that I'm looking to have kind of taken care of. I may add a few more here, just again, because I don't know exactly what day they're playing, whether that be Sunday or Monday. And with that, the 3 unders I'm going to take Badosa Gibbert. I'm going to take her under 18.5 here. My unders, two other unders is Iggy Swiatek under 17 and Jake Pegula under 17. However, I do want to let you know, I think the Jake Pegula line is moved. I think it's at 16.5 now. I might stay off of that one. If you can find a book that's got it at 17, take that. But if you're seeing 16.5, I would stay off of it. Don't do anything less than the 17 there. Those are my three plays that are kind of separate from Legion, 5 total plays. You can look to see those posted here within the Discord shortly, followed by some follow-up plays as I continue to do more research. I mean, the French Open is a massive tournament. There are 128 people here. So we're looking at 64 matches to look at. So it's a lot to kind of break down and see what lines are sitting well. Anything else to add to that, Legion?
No, man, I agree with that JPEG line. If it got down to 16.5, 17, I wouldn't touch it. You got it at a prime number right there. I didn't even get that. I wish I would have got that myself. But yeah, with that Gilbert play, I agreed with that one. And Iggy Swiatek, yeah, I think she's just going to continue with her success and just, be dominant in these first couple of rounds here. So I no disagreeing with those at all, honestly. And
in fact, the one thing to your long shots here on Coco Gauff and Andre Sue, one thing that I actually forgot to mention here, and I don't know if you had brought that up, Legion, is that Coco Gauff and Andre Sue are actually on opposite sides of the bracket. So there's no way that they can face each other unless they were to make it all the way to the final. So understand that when you are doing that, it's not like they're going to cut each other off at some point if they keep winning. They are on opposite sides of the bracket. So you're kind of giving yourself 2 shots there at a potential champion at phenomenal value. Coco Gauff just won a tournament. She's only lost like 3 matches. And I think some people might look at that like, well, is she getting tired? No, Coco Gauff's a young gun. She's got lots of energy. Yeah. She can recover quickly, compared to some of these other ladies, who are up in their 30s and stuff. The recovery, the injuries, they don't go away as fast as they do for somebody who's really young. So look for Coco Gauff to continue to make good strides here. And then Andre Sue, she's kind of like, I would call her the dark horse. There's a lot, if you look at the WTA bracket, there's a lot of strong competition on the top half. You're going to get Barty, you're going to get Coco Gauff, you're going to get Iggy Swiatek, you're going to get a couple others that I can't think of right away, all in the top half. You got Naomi Osaka, who I'm not too impressed with. I understand that she's up there, but mentally, with her queuing out some of the media and kind of how that's playing out, she just really hasn't been there in the form that I'm looking for. So I really kind of like Andre Sue in that bottom half of the bracket, the dark horse for your champion French Open winner.
Yep.
Well, a really great breakdown, you guys, of all those different things. And you know what? I feel like I've missed out on a lot of these tennis picks and different things, but I'm really going to get into this. I'm going to follow each of these picks for sure. I mean, you guys agreed on 2 of them already. So listen, should we just do another show for the next big tournament, or do you feel it's worth venturing back during this tournament? But maybe at the start of each tournament is the best thing to do. And then everyone else can just follow along on Twitter and in the Discord for more picks to come. As Bowser pointed out, it's a huge tournament. So it's going to be lots of picks upcoming over the next few days and weeks to come here in the French Open. So I'd say that's a pretty good first show for At the Net here at the Insiders Room. Some really great picks, some really great breakdowns. And so good luck, gentlemen. And again, you can find all these picks in the Discord and on their Twitter, which is right there. So yeah, until next time, see you guys later.
No, sounds good.
All right.